I went on the Husky Trek trip to the New England Sports Network, which is known as Nesson, last spring break. So I've always known that I wanted to go into sports reporting and be a sports writer, but being at Nesson kind of confirmed that interest for me. You know, being able to see that there is hope kind of, and that can actually be done. Kind of talking to people that do work in this field, have my career, be able to kind of share my goals with them and see that they actually are attainable was kind of unmatchable experience that I haven't had anywhere else. And when I was searching for co-ops, I was able to use the knowledge that I gained while on my Husky Trek to realize that this is the path that I want to follow. It ultimately helped me to land a co-op where I am now in the athletic department at Northeastern as an athletic communications co-op. In Boston, it was really cool to kind of see in person the place where after I watch a Red Sox game where they do the post-game show, I got to walk across the set, actually see it in real life, and it was actually a lot smaller in real life, but it was a really cool opportunity to be able to see these things. So even before we were able to go on the trip, everybody that was interested in a Husky Trek had to go to a session with career development where they ran through things like what it meant to dress business casual or business formal because the different treks required different things of us. They went through a session about networking where we had to develop an elevator pitch and kind of figure out if we were stuck in an elevator with somebody at the company that we worked at, that we were visiting, how would we pitch ourselves to them while we were standing and we only had an elevator ride to talk to them? And how would we work to kind of present ourselves and what we want out of our career opportunities in the future company. We talked to an advertising rep, we talked to somebody that writes for the online version, and we talked to a couple other people who play different roles. And that was a really interesting kind of facet of the Trek for me, because when I think about Nesson, I would only think about the reporting side of things, and I want to go into reporting. So that's kind of essentially why I went on the Trek. But being at the company and being able to see that there's so much more than what is presented to us as the viewer was a really cool opportunity. So one of the most valuable parts of the Husky Trek for me at least was kind of seeing all of the things that I heard about in my co-op prep classes that I kind of heard all through my life when people would talk to me about careers and jobs and moving on into the real world. Being on a Husky Trek, I was able to see these experiences in real life. People talk to you and tell you what's considered business casual, what's business formal, what a typical day at the office is like. But being on a Husky Trek, I really got to jump into that and get some experience in that. So moving forward, I feel that the Husky Trek experience kind of helped shape my own future in the working world, because I now feel able, having tackled it head on, to head out and have these experiences again on my own.